Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. Alright, the extended remix. Menudo, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, watch out, mira. Pinchy Dubs, right? Respects, man. Respects to my brother Dubs from Southern California, man. The raza is real. The respects are even realer. And in Menudo style in direct fashion, we're going to get straight into it today. As you can tell by that thumbnail, the respect factor for the raza. There's a whole lot of respect there, right? I know in the last couple of days I've been clapping on a certain individual, man. But that ain't really me. I know I could do it with the best of them. Sasuke, hey, I got game for days. Oh, they call me Parker or brother. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's frivolous. It's fun. I do it for funs. That's funsies. Okay, it's like playing marbles. You want to do it for keeps or for funs? Let's do it for funs today because I'm broke and I got a lot of marbles. But at the end of the day, what's said is said. What's out there is out there. And it is what the fuck it is, right? But what it really is raza way. Brown. This is for La Raza. Orale, today's Friday and today's for La Raza. What I wanted to say is not only raza, but all people. Respect, Holmes. Respect is the key word. And where do you learn it? You learn it at a young age. You're either taught respect or you develop respect because you see people around you, Sasuke, and there's a lot of disrespect going on right now. A whole lot, you know. And I get myself caught up into certain situations where I'm a little bit disrespectful. But at the end of the day, I have to rein myself in because get the fuck over here, right? I have to rein myself in and realize that I respect all humanity. I respect all people. That's first and foremost. Now, I was watching Dubs' video this morning, and it came to light. He did a video about, is it racial in prison? Right? And I said, man, that goes right along the lines of what I'm going to speak on mañana, or speak on in the mañana, right, this morning. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something on it. I'm going to do a little response video. But not only that, I'm going to blend it con un blender right into my video because he talked about race and he talked about, is it very racial in prison? And I believe in some aspects it is, and in most aspects it ain't. Now he said the raza from up north, the raza from down south, meaning north and south, norteños and southsiders, is that a racial thing when they beef? Childish, homes. That's a fucking internal thing. That's something that, you know, they just despise each other because they do. With the end of hostility is different. When Crips and Bloods go at it, Sasuke, is that racial? Sasuke, hey, you know what I mean? I thought light skins were doing it big. Light skin cats were doing it big nowadays. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with beef, street beef, hood beef, politics. It has nothing to do with race, okay? The only time it becomes racial is when two opposite groups fight, but we're all human race. The human race, you got the game mixed up. We're all the same. At the end of the day, it's just politics. And Sasuke, well, you can't. What about when they say you can't eat after them? Because they can't fucking eat after them. They don't get along with them. You're not going to eat after someone you're at guerra with, right? Sasuke, you shouldn't be conversating or fraternizing. But at the end of the day, as grown men, we're all supposed to have a little bit of respect for each other. And as raza, we definitely have to have respect for our gente, for our people. You know, and there's a lot of different things. When I was younger, I was laced with aggression. I was told to not like certain people because of the way certain people acted or they presented themselves. And I learned over the years, man, I don't judge a man by what I'm told. I judge a man by the content of his character. If he's cool with me, I'm going to be fucking cooler with him 10 times over. Because I'm a very respectful person. I can get highly motherfucking disrespectful if I need to. But it ain't all about that. See, it ain't all about drama. It ain't all about, say that shit for your mama. It ain't all about, on Pyro, it ain't all about that bullshit. So I was scared. People ask me, why do you say on Pyro? I don't know, ask Black 100, he'll tell you, right? It's no disrespect to the brothers from Pyro, man. A whole lot of respect, since we're talking about respect. What I wanted to say is, as a people, I and a lot of the people around me have been taught respect is the key word in life. Okay, if you disrespect people, Hums, you're going to get something that you really don't want on your plate. So let's get, hey, boom, for the disrespect. On Pyro. And they're going to dip out, right? No one needs that in their life. We're all grown men here. This is YouTube. at the end of the day, as a people, we have to carry ourselves just a little bit better than others. Okay, so that way we display that respectful stature and everyone else will follow suit. See, you have to be a leader in life. You can't be a follower. Now, ain't nothing wrong with being a blender, meaning blend in, just get in, get out, get your rosita, and get the fuck on down the yellow brick. Follow the yellow brick. Follow the, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, everybody has a little bit of leadership skills within them. It's time to go out there and be just that. You know, as a brown man, I have pride. As a brown man, I have association with other brown men as well as other black men and white men, right? And I respect them all the same. I don't treat my people any different. Like, fuck that. That's just, I like fried chicken. I like meatloaf, right? I like everything. It's a cultural difference, but at the end of the day, I embrace all cultures because not only is it the respectful thing to do, because that's the way I was taught. See, but I know there's a lot of vatos out there that weren't taught a certain way. They didn't, their jefita was too busy to fucking, and their jefita was over there like, orale, Arby's, right? I understand that they didn't have the time or they didn't take the initiative to teach their children. And so how can teach one reach one? How can the children teach the next generation? I mean, there's a lot of that went on in the 90s. I think we got the most fucked up era all the way around, the 90s, right? And I'm going to tell you why. And that makes it's a highly disrespectful era. That's the gangbanging, crack epidemic, fucking dope fiend, Sasuke, Bolsita era, if you ever seen one, right? The game was mixed up. It wasn't that our parents weren't trying to teach us the right way. It's Sasuke, we were rebellious, utterly rebels in this motherfucker, RBL. We were rebels in this motherfucker. We were not trying to grasp the concepts or listen. Charlie, you know how it was. Sasuke, DJ Quick told us tonight, Sasuke, and that's all we were trying to do, tonight. We were trying to get our tonight on. You know, everybody was trying to win. And in the process, a lot of people got hooked on phonics, dope, and gangbanging. And what happens? Sasuke, you're not there to raise your children right and to lace them up and teach them. And that's why the era does what they do in a ghost fashion. Menudo, right? Because nobody was there to teach them. And for those that were there to get taught, man, and just rebel, well, Sasuke, hey, the motherfucking apple don't fall too far from the tree, huh? So I don't blame anyone else. I blame ourselves. I blame the 90 era. I blame us not being there for our children. And for those that are, Sasuke, respect. Again, it goes back to respect. But it's time. The time is now. The time is now, gente, to teach our children, even if they're 19, 20, 21-year-olds, say, sit your punk ass down here. Sasuke, Dad, I got guns. Orale, I got hands. Sit down here, right? Let me give you some game. Okay? And that's what I'm saying here, man. It's all about game. It's all about knowledge. It's all about education. It's all about reaching our people and inspiring them to do better than we fucking did. Because I don't want my kids to do like I did. You know what I mean? I got a whole bunch of tattoos and a pinchy YouTube channel. Wow, right? That's all I got out of the whole situation. You know, and people don't like that. Anyways, with that being said, I just wanted to say, when it comes to raza and respect, I learned the hard way. Okay, I learned in the youth authority. I learned in the California Department of Corrections. I learned around the adversary and the opposition, around people that wanted to take my head off. I respected people, Sasuke, that I despised. Yahoo. How does that work? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tell you how it fucking works, right? Just because I can. How it works is, if you know a man is dangerous, if you know a man carries himself with class, and with professionalism, if you know a man, regardless of where he's from, is that one, man. And he can enlighten you with education that you don't have. Give him that respect, bro, that he deserves. It doesn't matter what side he's from. It doesn't matter where he grew up or where he was born. None of that shit mattered. I don't give a fuck if Avata came in con un pinche camel homes riding, Vata con wrapped up and all you can see is his lente. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I respect him because he's a grown man and he's in the same position I am. You know what I mean? He's right there with me. When you're walking that yard in prison, let me explain something to you. There's a lot of different personalities. Everybody's different. Look at my personality. Ain't no one like me. Hey, Papa Ray, ho, hey, she's a ho. There's no one like me, okay? I'm different. But then you got serio vatos like Dubs, and I'm not like him. But we get along. Why? Because there's a key factor there. There's a key word there. We respect each other. When we talk on an intelligent level. So I like to joke and shit. He liked to joke a little bit too. But we talk, right? We hear each other out. And if we agree to disagree, then we're going to fucking agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, we're not going to fight or argue or cry or feel any type of way over it. We're just going to get our point across a different way. So we know how to hit angles. We're like John Morant on angles, right? All right, Tyson, we know how to do angles without getting aggressive. Why? Because we were both taught the same way after doing so much time in prison. It's all about respect, okay? The Africano brothers have a lot of respect for each other. The Asian brothers have a lot of respect for each other. The white brothers, Orale Woods, they have a lot of respect for each other. It's time for the raza to have respect for each other. Okay? And that's what's happening nowadays. But see, Vatos can get it through their fucking hard heads and hard skulls that it doesn't matter anymore about geographical areas. It doesn't matter anymore about the Oakland A's or the LA Dodgers. None of that fucking shit, man. Go to the Niners and Cowboys. Fuck both those teams. That's just Raiders. Orale, but I probably lost subscribers there. It doesn't matter about none of that. What matters is cultura, history, pride, sangre. You know, the way we were brought up to embrace one each other. Not in the other way, right? But to embrace each other and help build each other up. So that's okay. No one's going to view this because it's a positive thing. But at the end of the day, fuck it, homes. La primera lives. I felt like after these last 2 days of going in on this vato. So okay, I ain't even done yet. If the vato wants it, he can still get it. You know what I mean? Finish him. Acknowledge me. I can still go crazy. But at the end of the day, I felt like I should give you guys some real game. Shit that matters. That doesn't matter. That's kitty stuff. Eat it. He will. What really matters, gente, is in this world we live in right now, coming together as a gente, as one, and having respects for your fellow man, no matter where he's from. But raza, first and foremost, and I say this because I say this to say this, right? We need to love each other and show each other the way. Not one, there's not a South Sider and there's not a Norteño in the building that doesn't want their kid to have everything in life and do good. So, do you agree? Yahoo. Right? Yes, I'm sure you agree, man. We all want our kids to do better, so they knew better. And if you know that, we're all of a common understanding of that. So we have to show them. We have to display it. We have to take the initiative to change ourselves so that way they can change. Okay, I've done that. I'm only giving you again what I've done. Okay, I've taken a step back, Holmes, and surveyed the situation and said, fuck that. I don't want my fucking kids going fucking tattoos all over their neck and shit. Where when people are looking at them funny, then they say, where you from? And then the next thing you know, boom, 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 boom. Right? Especially in Califas where motherfuckers get down daily. I don't want that for my children. So what I do, I throw a hoodie on. Not because I'm scared. Because I don't want to embarrass my children. Because I want to go out and have a good time con pinche Knoxberry Farm and shit. And con Mickey Ears at Disneyland. I want to have fun with my children. And I don't want them to feel a certain type of way. And I don't want to get caught up in a situation. Nah, I'm not being undercover. Nah, I'm not a punk, man. At the end of the day, I'm being a man. A grown man. And even though I'd like to be out there in the tank like that. Like, fuck it. This is Northern California where I grew up, right? I can't do that. And I won't do that because I won't disrespect anyone. I have respect. And at the end of the day, I want my children to have that same type of respect, morals, values. I'm instilling them. So as a raza, we need to instill them in each other. So instead of putting steel in each other, if you understand what my meaning. Now, I understand prison is political and there's certain things you have to do and you will adhere to and you will do while you're in there. Hey, and I'm not here to dispel that. Handle your pinchy business. But at the end of the day, when you do get out, man, you know the concepts. The map is already put out there. So yeah, I'm writing it as we speak. I'm putting it out there for you, man, to go out there and do good, gente. You know, just because you're an ex-con or you're a convict or you've been through so many things doesn't mean you can't get out and rock the good rhyme. You can't push for your people, meaning your familia and your gente as well. Anyways, so people like myself as well as Dubs, man, we grasped this concept. Okay, being incarcerated is for the birds. I used to think it was for the Huelga bird, and it was. But it's really for the birds, okay? It becomes redundant and it becomes time consuming and it becomes stupid after a while. You know, but you do the crime, you definitely have to do the time, and it seems like they're giving more time than what the crime entailed. But that's just the way it is. That's the world we live in now, where they'll fucking one and done. That's okay. Hey, but that wasn't even a home run, that was a bunt. Well, bitch, you bunted to the end, right? That's it, you're done. That's okay. Well, I'm sitting on the bench. No, you're sitting behind the cage forever, right? They ain't playing. But if you do get an opportunity, you do get a chance like Dubs did, man, a man that did 24 years behind the walls and was able to escape that demon, was able to eventually, man, find his way and claw his way out of the abyss, out of the pit, and come out to the streets and make a better man out of himself than he already was, right? Because he carried himself with dignity and pride while incarcerated, but he also played by the rules that were dealt to him and the cards that were... Un Joker, hopefully you get to... I only got an 8 of clubs. Well, Spencer, you lost, bitch, right? That's how they play. Not everyone gets the Joker or the Ace. And when you're dealt that and you do and you win the hand, get on out, man, and utilize that time for something more productive. Become a productive member of society so you can get out there and obtain the things you want in life. So that way you don't find yourself back incarcerated, waiting on Sunday's Grand Slam or some motherfucking SOS. Pensa, that's what sounds good right now, though, too. I ain't gonna lie, but not good in Tracy. And that's just how it is. Okay, so respect, raza, starts in home, starts here. It doesn't start in prison. Prison is all about respect. You should already know that. If you've been anywhere and done that like a real fucking convict, then you know what time it is, man. Respect is the fucking number one thing. Nothing else matters. Sasuke, you know what I mean? Why do you think motherfuckers in the shoe keeping quiet? Because they respect the next man's motherfucking get down. Because if you're loud in their homes, your own vecino's going to stick something through you. That's how it is. And more than likely, it's going to be your own people. It's all a respecting. And on the streets, it should be the same way. Common courtesy. It's called common courtesy. You see a fucking car pulling out in front of you, you stop and sit because you want them to go first. Why? 2 things. You can't afford higher insurance. Geico, fuck that caveman, right? And his mango salsa. And that little fucking lizard over there talking about, oh, yeah, you can't afford that, right? 2, Sasuke, you don't want a fucking car, do you? You want to look clean and smooth when you're cruising down motherfucking McHenry. Orale, and that's just the way it is. Anyways, with that being said, man, it's a respecting. I wanted to put something out there a little bit different. I talked with Dubs, and everything that he talks about on his channel is basically a respectful thing. When he talked about, the racial aspect of prison, in some cases, yeah, it does get a little racial. It does. It does. Vatos feel some type of way, but as a whole and as a group, it's nothing like that, man. Motherfucking, if you're at guerra with whoever you're at guerra with, anyone can get it. You know what I mean? If you look at the history, the true history of what happens in prison, it's not a racial thing, man. It's a respectful thing. Vatos are getting off not only because they're told they have to, but because that's just the way it's been for decades in the past. Now it's different. So I don't even know what the fuck it is now. And I'm glad I don't. I have enough respect for myself to not get caught up in certain situations that could put me back in there. That's the key word. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I just wanted to rant and rave a little bit. I just wanted to put it up there and give you guys some game, some knowledge you definitely probably could get in college, but it's better to hear it first from someone who did that and done that. And at the end of the day, what I've been doing for these past couple of days, going back and forth, that's kitty pinchy style. Don't even worry. If you think I'm intimidated or feel threatened, I don't. At the end of the day, I'm going to have fucking tight ass glasses, look good, big old pipa, and the winner is raza. And I didn't say Northern California or Southern California. I said raza way. Orale. I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, it's all about raising our kids and our familia around us and teaching them that it's all about a respecting. Number 1 keyword. It's always going to be like that right here in Gunners Collective, and I'm going to proceed as such. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe, that thumbs up. I fucks with you. Do you fucks with me? Because I fucks with you. You know what I mean? I fucking appreciate you, man. Shit. Déjale güero, right? What happened, man? Who burnt them? Some pinche vatos burnt them, ese. Órale, light those pinche vatos on fire. We're not playing. Anyways, if you don't like me, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle regardless for what I truly believe in. And that's the unity of all people in a respectful way. Bang, bang. This is the gun. Menudo. That's a whole lot of menudo right there. Con un pata de puerco.